Yes, I want E-Splash Gang.
Gang.
Down, gang.
Gang.
Baddest gang in like.
Gang.
Gang. Okay, we're still working on it, but yeah, welcome to the show, guys. It's the midweek edition of Entertainment Splash. Baby.
Yes, and it is a beautiful reminder that though the week only just began, we are almost at the end of it. Yes, that's correct. And the Fire Gang is here to ease you through whatever stress you might have gone through today or this week.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, our top-notch lineup of songs is sure to get you moving your feet. If you want to get in touch with us, we are TVC Connect with the hashtag #IsSplash on TVC on Twitter and Instagram, and simply TVC Connect on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal Innocence Flanes. I go by the name King OJ. Boy, you can call me OJ. That's what it is. It is what it is. Yes, I've done it already.
Oh, I've done it. Oh, wow.
I did it. I done did it.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. My name is Amanda Dara, and as Foladile likes to call me, Mandy, you can call me that today as well. Yes.
So you look so hot. I love it.
Thank you.
Today's just strictly Mandy, Abby.
Yeah, today's just Mandy.
No flyers.
No flyers.
Thank God.
But she's still fly though.
But she's still fly though.
All right, guys, my name is Foladile. Welcome aboard. Okay, so we will have some entertainment stories coming up very shortly in a bit on the news, yes? And then Rewind as well, where we'll take you back in time on this day in entertainment history. And then there'll be Woman Crush Wednesday, where you'll find out who we are crushing on today.
Yes, my favorite Foladile will take us through some Tweetville savagery and humor. Then we'll be joined by a Nigerian musician, then a music producer who produced 2 of the songs on the E-Splash Top 10 this week. Yes, sir. Later on the show, one of us will do some venting on the Chewy Top segment. Then you get the entertainment news recap. Finally, we'll wrap things up in grand style with a countdown of the hottest song currently buzzing on the Nigerian music charts.
Alrighty, so the E-Splash party train is about to take off. Are you in or are you out? See you in a bit.
I mean, no, I will not be out. Alrighty, guys, we are back, and guess who has joined the gang? Arike.
Gang.
Get out, we've already done it.
Gang.
No. You cannot bring your energy alone. We've already done it. You were not here, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, we did it. But
Well,
she's in line. She's in spirit. So welcome.
But the traffic out there is crazy, eh?
It is
I
actually.
wanted to just stay at the back of the, I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to run. But at the same time, I was like, if I run, there's nothing I can.
But you look good, though. You don't look like you're in traffic. Are you scamming us?
No.
Okay, bye. Well, welcome, Arike, and welcome back to the show, guys. It is now time for us to get into our entertainment stories, so let's do it. Okay, we'll start off with this one. Princess Love confirms that her and Ray J are over. Well, there seems to be some trouble in the relationship between Ray J and his wife, Princess Love, again. This was revealed when Princess Love was participating in a Q&A on her Instagram stories. When a fan asked if her and Ray J were still together, she answered, and I quote, "Not right now. Right now, we're just focused on the kids." While the love and hip-hop Hollywood couple, who share a 1-year-old daughter, Melody, and a newborn son, Epic, have had their fair share of ups and downs, with the recent one in November when a then pregnant princess claimed Ray J left her and Melody stranded in Las Vegas while he went off to a strip club, which he apologized for. Yeah. In spite of their off and on fights that were threatened with a divorce, they reunited days later for a maternity shoot, and they were also together for her baby shower and the arrival of the baby in December 2019. I sigh because it is just up and down. I saw the interview he did with Wendy when he talked about the relationship, and he got asked about the strip club thing. And yeah, exactly. And it was just like, oh no, that's not what really happened. Like, but we're good now. I
apologize.
Okay, no problem. But it's just a mess, but it's nice that, you know, the most important thing is that they're focusing on just raising their kids together. And I guess at the end of the day, you don't want kids to get caught up in that drama. So, because adults will be adults. I mean, humans will be humans, to be honest. And so you don't want to bring innocent kids into that.
I find it very sad, though. I find it very sad that that's the new standard. The new standard of parenting is perhaps we're not working out as a couple, but let's just co-parents for the kids. So if you didn't want a marriage or you didn't want a relationship, why this off and ons? Because at the end of the day, that's still going to affect the child psychologically, and especially with the fact that this is, as you said, they have had their fair shares of ups and downs. It's even becoming a new normal because now they're saying, oh, are you guys still together? She's like, not right now, meaning that sometime in the future they might come back again. And I'm like, why is that the new normal? Why has that become the new narrative?
I think breaks out. Like, I don't support breaks. I've had this conversation with you before. You know that I don't like breaks.
Why?
Arike loves breaks. I don't like breaks. I just think if you're not doing again, don't do again. However, I think there's something to be said for people who just really love the person so much, and they're just like, right now, let's just chill, and then we'll try again. So maybe that's the idea of
So
it.
the thing about breaks is like, you guys are always having friction. There's always tension. Let's both, stay apart for a while.
And then come back and
then,
create tension again.
No, by the time we're coming back together, you're in a better place. I'm in a better place as well. And then we can have a logical conversation and we see how we can move forward. But when you keep saying, oh, it's not working, that's like Dalia Kishoti Buenda, it's not better.
Is it true? No, but I think it depends sometimes on what causes the on and off. Yeah. Because sometimes if maybe the person is just like a repeat cheat or someone just keeps hurting the other person, then I don't see the point of a break.
I think it's toxic
but,
at that point in
but
time.
maybe like there's some distance situation, something, so fair enough. OJ, you're not saying anything because you're tired of relationship.
Yes, and it all started from a tape. That's all.
Wow.
Amanda, let's just move on. I'm done. I'm just done.
You know what? So just going to move away from that broken table and move to the foreign scene. Now, wow. Robert Pattison becomes the world's most beautiful man. British actor Robert Pattison has become the world's most beautiful man, beating Brad Pitt, George Clooney, and David Beckham. Now, Robert Pattison, who is expected to play the new Batman, tops the list according to new scientific research called the Greek Golden Ratio of Beauty, with 92.15% of attractiveness and snazzy mapping techniques used by Harley Street surgeon Dr. Julian De Silva determined that the Twilight Star's forehead, eye position, chin and nose width and length are among his best features. Other celebrities who made the list include Henry Cavill at the second spot with 91.04%, Bradley Cooper with 91.08%, Brad Pitt with 90.51%, George Clooney with 89.91%, Hugh Jackman, David Beckham, Idris Elba, Kanye West, and Ryan Gosling also made the top 10 list of the most beautiful male celebrities.
I have thoughts on this, but I'll let you go ahead, and then I'll come back to my thoughts.
So if you're going to let me go ahead, I have a huge problem with this list. I've heard about the golden ratio. That's what, especially photographers and people in the modeling industry, they use to determine how beautiful you are, your chin, your nose, and all of that. However, from the very first moment that I discovered Robert Pattison, which is in Twilight, we even spoke about it. I said I wish they didn't cast him for this role because I thought he wasn't beautiful enough. But science disagrees with me. But then I even feel like Henry Cavill, I would choose George Clooney, I would choose Brad Pitt, Idris Elba over him any day.
That's why you are not golden ratio.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I feel like
Can I bring it to Nigeria? We need to test one or two.
We don't have all those pointed nose and all those.
so here's
What's all this thing? You are fine.
right. So here's the thing: the people who actually really like Robert Pattinson's face, like they think he has
definitely.
this rugged hotness going on, and they really like it. Whatever. I'm not usually that keen on like beauty. I'm not that huge on like people's beauty and like looks being ranked. I'm not big on it. Like I feel like, look, we're all made different and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
however, I think it's not even however. It's furthermore. I think this is whack. I think this thing is like so whack. There is no way for you to prove that Robert Pattison is hotter than Idris Elba. Like, what are the...
They did the measurement.
No, but
the nose ratio to the mouth is equal to this. So the mouth to the chin is this.
Guys, that's the problem. Like, you can't... So because someone has a beautiful nose to your science skinny, that's why he's more beautiful.
The ratio to the mouth...
So maybe call it something else. Maybe call it the face structure contest or something.
Exactly.
I don't say most beautiful man. Someone else will come for your neck that you're saying Beckham... You put Beckham under
so many Bollywood actors I feel will beat him in terms of beauty.
The likes of Beckham, Idris Elba, they've been there taking number one.
These are what's the correct term? I don't want to call them white men. These are what?
Well, there are a couple of black men in there.
You understand? I want RMD will beat them.
No, RMD's nose ratio to the chin ratio cannot be compared with that.
Leave me alone.
So there's a ratio.
But the way I even see it, I think I tend towards what Faladele is saying. I think that the idea of having a ratio of beauty already there's a problem with it. You know, if you remember the Hutsis and the Tutsis in Rwanda, this is what part of the reasons why there was this huge genocide, because it's like this is the final race because they have a more pointed nose. So I feel like maybe the thing we should be looking at is how we can stop emphasizing on physical beauty with some standards of science that I don't even understand. That's what I was saying.
Baby, that's all. Enough said. There's nothing else to say about that.
Meanwhile, I do not want Robert Pattinson as my new Batman, by the way.
I don't. Well,
yeah.
I agree with you because
we will march and protest. That no, we do not want.
Hello,
for your
who are you both in the scheme of things?
I'm a fan of the Batman series.
What's going on with you?
Fan.
I'm not an investor. Let me just move on. Sorry.
Well-informed fans.
Let me just move on. Yes, wrapping up the news. This one is Lil Wayne claims is 53% Nigerian. Yes, American rapper, music executive Lil Wayne has revealed that he's 53% Nigerian. He made the revelation during a guest appearance on Revolt's TV Drink Champ show, where he said he got to know about his Nigerian side after a genealogy search was conducted by a website he shared some of his details on. Let's take a look at the said interview.
Shout out Nigeria. Shout out Nigeria. I did my 23andMe. It's kind of like Ancestry.com. My shit came back like 53% Nigerian. Oh. Yeah, me and my mom need to have a talk.
Nigeria. Have you been to Nigeria yet?
No. It's already done. I gotta be there. I gotta go see. You know, that's what you check and do the thing.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is apparently not the first time the rapper has talked about Nigeria. If you would recall, some months in a viral video, Lil Wayne talked about plans to visit Nigeria for the first time. Who wants Lil Wayne?
We don't mind. I mean, he's super talented, and a lot of like some of our Nigerian rappers kind of, you know, he's one of the people that they look to for inspiration and stuff. So I'm sure they'll be really excited. 53% is more than half.
And they asked the question when they were referring to his lyrics. He has called Nigerian like twice in his lyrics. Nigerian hair. So that's when they asked him, have you ever thought about being Nigerian? So what tribe, since it's 53%, what tribe do you think, looking at Lil Wayne, what tribe do you think?
Little Uwanchuku is Igbo. No. Lil Wayne.
I don't think
from Wayne you go on.
I don't know. I don't understand.
You need to go back to traffic, Arike. From Wayne.
So what tribe? Arike said Igbo.
I don't think he's any of the main tribes. I don't think he's Yoruba, Igbo, maybe. I don't know if he's from the north. It's very hard to place him from his looks. What are you guys thinking?
Bad boy, Yoruba Demon vibes.
Yoruba Demon vibes.
Kunle.
Kunleke.
I'm not guessing.
Please leave me alone.
Lil Wayne is from Calabar.
Angu. That's why I don't think the major type.
But I think it's so interesting how African Americans, they're so obsessed with doing like these genealogy tests, like to trace, you know, their roots and all that.
Some of them have actually gotten their true roots. Some of them have been coming back to Africa, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Senegal, and all. So Lil Wayne, come through. At least we'll be having free show that will not cost us much. Based on your their brother.
What's going on with you?
For shows.
Lesser. It will be lesser now.
I think we need to do the same for OJ. This is Spanish talk.
I was even going to say that I don't even think this is just for Black Americans. Yeah. I think even us as Nigerians, you'll be shocked to find out.
You don't know where you're from.
I do know where I'm from, but I'm actually from different countries. You know that, right? Like, so you'll be surprised to find out that you are not even completely Yoruba.
I've done my own.
You'll be surprised to find out that you have some from Ghana or some roots there.
I've done my own. And I'm Latino from Spain. Thank you very much.
On that note,
awesome. Thank you, Arike, for saving us.
That's what we have on entertainment news. OJ is Nigeria. Don't be deceived, guys. All right, guys, it is time for celebrity birthday shout out. And the list today, okay, February 5th is apparently a really special day because we have so many celebrities celebrating today. Let's get into it. American singer, songwriter, rapper, dancer, actor, and New Edition member Bobby Brown turns 51 today.
Happy birthday to him.
Sorry. Happy birthday, Bobby Brown.
Happy birthday to him.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bobby Brown. Yeah. 51. Amazing stuff.
The makeup brush.
Yeah.
No, let's just
it's not
move
the
on.
same one. Okay, happy birthday, Bobby Brown. Also turning 51 today is Nigerian actress, filmmaker, Faithia Balogun.
Wow.
Beautiful.
How old?
She's 51.
Wow.
Damn.
She's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
She's been around for a while.
Actually.
Whoa. So I'm not so surprised.
Whoa. Another celebrity turning 51 today is Nigerian actress, filmmaker, Moji Afolayan.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I love her. I feel like she's so beautiful.
I was so intrigued. I think it was Amabonike I watched back then, and I was so intrigued. Like, her hair starts from like here, and of course she's in the Afolayan clan, and they're really hairy.
Yeah,
so,
she's cool. Afolayan
Wow.
sister. Happy birthday! Nigerian actor and filmmaker Said Balogun is 53 today.
Wow.
Happy birthday!
Said Balogun and his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Mado.
Maybe that was the connection.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Don't spend too much, oh.
Right.
We're celebrating our birthday today. If you don't buy me gifts, I'm not buying you gifts.
February, so there's no need to celebrate
Valentine's.
Let's do it on that day.
Oh, so it's like 3 in 1.
Yes, now. See, that's a good one.
That makes sense.
Please, I'm looking for Oxford.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Nigerian singer, songwriter, Fireboy DML turns 24 today.
Wow.
Happy
fantastic.
birthday, Fireboy.
Doing
Braiding.
amazingly well.
Fireboy with the durag or Fireboy with the braids?
Fireboy with the dreads.
Oh, wow, I'm on the durag level.
Nah,
I'm on the
nah,
durag
nah.
level. I prefer him on durag.
Nah, that's one trend that shouldn't come back to me. Anyway, moving on.
Wow, I have durag
Hey.
on stage.
Sorry.
OJ.
You look cool with it.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, moving on. Nigerian singer, songwriter Tiwa Savage is
Tiwa
40 today.
Absolutely gorgeous.
40. She put it on her Instagram
Wow.
page. She put 44 minus 4.
Ah, love it.
The Malian slang, but
Yeah.
the code
See,
40.
Tiwa Savage has changed the game. Oh. People can start off music at any age now and feel very
Yeah,
comfortable
absolutely.
that there's still a lot of
space.
time to shine. Like,
She's
happy
still,
birthday to her.
she's still so hot. She's still
Yes.
banging. She's happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday, Tiwa.
Happy birthday, Tiwa. Also celebrating today, Portuguese professional footballer Cristiano Ronaldo turns 35 today.
Yeah.
He's 35.
Yeah, he is.
Are you sure it's 35?
Well,
that's
look,
football.
look, is it your birthday?
No, because
Ronaldo is 35,
Ronaldo
okay?
has been existing since I was born or something.
You know?
Has been
But he
playing.
started off early. Moving on, okay?
But
started
Messi,
off
but
when?
Messi is still the greatest
Who
footballer.
asked you?
Ooh,
I
He's
celebrated
younger though. He's
Cristiano.
Happy birthday,
Cristiano
Ronaldo.
But Messi is still the best.
On
Wow.
his birthday. Please,
Really?
who
Are you
else
late?
is celebrating Enrique?
All right, Jerry. Brazilian professional footballer Neymar turns 28 today.
Are you sure today's not my birthday too?
Everybody celebrating.
today.
Neymar is really good looking. Happy birthday.
Yeah, he
happy
is.
birthday.
And he loves Jesus.
And you see, he wasn't on that list.
And he's a bad guy.
Can you imagine? Is he not finer than Robert?
Nope.
Okay,
The nose
we have
ratio,
moved on from
the
that.
nose
Let's
ratio
get-
to the chin ratio to the mouth ratio to the ear ratio. Nah, Neymar is like 10%.
OJ.
Me, I'm 0% if I don't bother. Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday to all of you celebrating your birthday on this special day. We send you love and light, and Amanda will definitely send you.
Oh, a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. That's it.
I thought it was
You've gotten
money.
it. It's that, I've done it.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, our rewind and Woman Crush Wednesday. Take a look.
Let's rewind. On this day in 1942, Woman of the Year, a film directed by George Stevens starring Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, opens at Radio City. And in 1944, Captain America, the serial film, premieres. It stars Dick Postle. And it's the first appearance of a Marvel superhero outside a comic. And finally, in 1981, still on this day, Jean Michel was inducted into the Canadian Hall of Fame. And that's it on Rewind. It's Woman Crush Wednesday, and our Woman Crush today is Sheol Adigun. She is a Nigerian-American bobsledder and track and field athlete who specializes in the 100 meters hurdles. Dedicated to selfless active life, Sheol spends much of her time contributing to the betterment of society and the communities that she serves. A true seeker of knowledge, Sheol has constantly dedicated herself to being a student of life as well as a student of the education system. Sheol became dedicated to her development as a track and field athlete in 2004 during her senior year in high school, leading her to attend the University of Houston as a walk-on athlete and eventually earned a full scholarship. She went on to become a Cougar 60 million hurdle record holder, Midwest Regional 100-meter record holder, Conference USA Female Athlete of the Year, and NCAA All-American. In the summer of 2016, she was inspired to start a bobsled team for the country of Nigeria after learning that the country had no Winter Olympians. So, she started it with Ngozi Onwumere and Akwama Omwega, when she co-founded the Bobsled and Skeleton Federation of Nigeria and became the driver and captain of the historic Nigerian women's bobsled team, which led the way for the first class of Winter Olympians for the country of Nigeria, and later went on to represent Nigeria at the 2018 Winter Olympics in 2 women bobsled. Sheol believes that when you're the first person to do something, there is no blueprint for the optimal plan of action. You just have to trust God and work through the process one step at a time. Now here are 5 interesting facts about Seun Adigun that I can bet you had no idea about. Seun was born in Chicago, Illinois and raised as a first-generation Nigerian in the United States. Seun is the first African to compete in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. She is a 3-time Nigerian national champion, African champion, and All-African Games champion. In 2012, she made her Summer Olympic debut at the London Games where she competed in the 100-meter hurdle rounds. Surprisingly, the sport of basketball is Seun's first love. Now all this and more reasons why we love Dr. Seun Adigun, and she is our woman crush today.
Of life. It's so nice to see our Nigerian sisters doing big things in the diaspora.
Right?
Yeah, so amazing stuff. All right, guys, it is time for Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and craziness social media has to offer. In 5 minutes, or less, or more, we'll see about it. Ladies, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
All right, so this is a pair of muscular legs.
Ooh.
And I am dummy captioned it. Lagos people after 2 months of no keke or bikes. Hashtag
This is so serious.
Your leg,
This thing,
It's so serious.
muscles will be
Trek.
Kia has been going wild with the memes. Like, you guys.
Did you see the horse that fainted on the corridor?
Yes!
Somebody said, "Edapio on tax." I said, "Wow."
I can't, like, see, there's so many memes from this trekking and biking and no biking situation. Anyway, I think we have a few more.
Everybody will be fit.
I love the fact that
Lagos.
Lagosians are making a joke out of it
You know
because
we
it's
do that for
actually so
everything.
We can't kill
serious.
ourselves.
What?
now.
We do that for everything. So Faintola tweeted, the trekking was so bad that my health app said, workout detected. It is your father that is working out. Because this is not workout, I am working. But the fact that you're more active than you've been in the last forever is why your workout app detected.
It says your father
Detected working
but
out.
that's not his fault. I don't walk in now.
Do you understand?
Somebody said me, I used to do 50 steps a day and I used to be glad. Now I'm doing like 10,000 steps a day.
People are saying it'll make us fitter, but stop. Okay, so fake earpiece tweeted, Lagosians in 2019, of course, in their cars. Baga, do you know who I am? And then Lagosians in 2020 with their legs. I know who God said. I'm walking in power.
Hey, I'm walking in miracles. Hey,
life of faith.
This is it. I know who I am.
Wow, this is so silly. So the shift from 2019 in your car. Do you know who I am?
So like
Crazy guy.
So you have answered the question. So this is a good thing. This is a life question you need to ask yourself.
No, nice.
Who am I?
Somebody say all those guys, I say, I can't date together, does not have a car. Oh yeah, now be following them. Don't come down now, be walking with me. Let's move. No, this
I mean, think about it. Which one is greater, miracles or car?
Wow, I wonder with the motivation. Wow. Oh no, what's the motivator? What's the track it? Tweeted, and this is someone on a horse, and you guys know that people have been queuing the memes of horses and that picture of Toby from Big Brother.
That was so funny.
So he said, I'm gonna take my horse to a jolly bus stop. I'm gonna ride till I can no more.
I mean, if Lil Nas can do it,
why can't we?
Why can't we do it? Yeah, we have horses.
No, but horses cannot survive.
But those are horses.
As they are saying, please, give that horse pure water to drink. This has fainted. Somebody say, ordinary one day, the horse no survive.
No, the problem is that, have you seen our horses? I mean, they look like before. As in, they're always skinny and everything.
Because
like
we didn't care about
they're
them.
hustling.
People are buying food. They want to feed their horse. Horses need new cow. If you don't have horse, who are you? Like,
and they're giving them pure water.
But me, I want to go and import camel.
You know what? You can start an app. You know, order your horse.
So the thing is, it's not original because I saw horse on Twitter and Instagram.
Forget. Today you just said it now.
Okay, after the show, I'll show you the screen grab of that old horse I saw.
No, this one just came out.
Right, we have one more. Away from plagiarists, we have one more. And so this is a picture of the father and his daughter. And they look so much alike, right?
Yeah.
And so this person tweeted, if my daughter looks like her dad this much, we'll fight every morning because I can't carry you for 9 months, only for you to look like my man. Nah, baby girl, go live with your daddy's mommy because you want to be siblings. Adios, sister-in-law.
Petty.
I sent it to you and I was like,
you turned your daughter to your sister-in-law.
Jealousy.
On 1,000.
What? It's not our fault.
Guy.
200%.
What if your father's mother? Adios.
Since you want to be siblings, adios, sister-in-law.
I love her sense of humor.
I love it.
They're obviously in a very
I love
happy
it.
home.
Yeah, because moms get really like sensitive and emotional about the child coming out and looking like the dad. Because like I did all the work. Well, not all the work. Sorry, moms. Sorry, dads. Sorry.
I mean, but what they do like 1% of the
They
work.
do a percentage of the.
Do like one.
No. It's
What did they do?
Only our first born looks like my mom.
No, I mean, she's talking about in creating the
When
life.
you talk about biology, we'll talk about it after.
No, the children belong to the man, no.
Why?
I'm done with Twitter.
That's biology.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't know.
Thank you, Foladele. Before we start arguing about who is greater, a man or a woman, we'll be back shortly with our guest. So stick around. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Now, as we promised, our guest is in the studio with us. Now, our guest is a music producer who has worked with a lot of high-profile artists, one of the most recent ones being Burna Boy, whom he produced the chart-topping monster hit, Yay. Now, he also has 2 songs on a countdown this week, and I wonder if he can successfully guess the songs. But in the meantime, guys, we have Phantom in the studio with us.
Hey, superstar. Welcome here. How do you feel? This is like abroad weather too, right?
Come, no, leave this one. Yes, yeah.
voice is so deep.
He was just saying before we came on that he's really. He was acting like he was something was biting his body. I don't know what's going on. He's like, I'm shy. I'm not.
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm surprised to hear that, Phantom, because I was reading about you and I found out that you were actually a performing artist going by the name Calzino.
Yeah, that was like.
I know that was like decades ago, but as an artist, that means you were in front of the scenes at some point in time. So I have 2 questions: front of the scenes and Calzino. Wow, where did that come from?
This is the first time I'm hearing that. I mean,
like someone knows your life story.
Wait, what happened?
Man. Well, that day, I mean.
Say that day.
I just for 4 or 5 years of my life, I was singing. I used to go for shows in my neighborhood then.
Yeah.
Then this particular day, I went to a studio and I was trying to tell the producer yo, this is how I want this thing to sound, make it sound this way, and I mean it wasn't getting getting it right. Yeah. So I was like, yo guys, from today I'm gonna stop singing. I'm gonna start making beats myself. Wow. So.
Oh, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna start producing myself and singing.
No.
So why did you stop singing?
Well, I feel more.
You didn't really have the talent. It was never there. It's not that they annoy you into production. It's that you knew that it's not the plan. You see?
But let's go back into your production because I think you're more comfy with that.
But so far so good. I think, for real, I think I made the right choice.
Yeah.
Going into production, it's been so. It's been fun so far.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, getting to meet artists. Making good sounds.
Yeah, we definitely think you made the right choice for sure.
Let's talk about one of the biggest songs that, yes, we know you've produced for a lot of artists, but Ye was the one that made people now start asking, who is this guy, who is Phantom? And Burna Boy and everybody that were there when people were recording, they've stated how the beats came about, that people were just chilling at the club, from there just strolled into the studio and record. Do you want to break it down for us?
Yeah, well, probably, I guess the gist you had was from his own angle.
Yeah.
Now let's take it from our own angle.
Was there silence? Because I heard it part
Sorry?
where there was a silence after recording.
Yeah, there was actually.
There was silence.
There was some 2 minute silence.
Why?
Yo, we made history, man. I gotta
Break it down.
Okay. That day I was trying to make. I was going through my library, so I found this sketch, the Ye beat. This thing is hard. So I just tried to complete it. I put something together. So when I felt oh, this thing is dope enough. So I felt sorry.
It's fine.
I was signed to Alcala Records then, by Shina Pella.
Oh
Yeah, so I called my boss. I was like, SP, man, this sound is
SP,
hard. Yeah,
wow.
Okay. I was this is hard, and I think we should get Burna on this tune. So he said, all right, I got you. So he called Burna in, and that's all.
Yeah, because his mom was thanking SP. Actually, I saw an interview where they were talking about how Burna's mom was actually thanking SP for
making this
yeah, exactly, for making it happen. That's really fantastic. And we like to ask, because sometimes you would do something and you feel like, ah, man, like you said, there was 2 minutes and saying, like, ah, we've made history. But did you feel like it would go as far?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You just felt just Nigeria, they would chop this one for
Trust me.
But do you think that it had anything to do with the fact that, you know, with your production, I also read that you take your time, sometimes you're on the kick beats for hours. Do you think it had something to do with the amount of time that you spent working on that beat?
I wouldn't say that. I felt like all that happened was meant to happen. Because I can't trust me. Like I don't have any method or whatever. I mean, as regards to Ye beat, I didn't have any idea or any plan whatsoever. Like just came out.
Wow.
Is it safe to say that, do you ever sit in your room and you're like, ah, man, because you've done stuff with techno as well quite recently, and I wonder, because we were talking about this yesterday, and I wonder if you ever sit, because Ye was kind of one of the things that really shot Burna like over. So do you ever sit and be like, man, I really like resurrected people's careers, or I really shut down?
Never.
Go away.
Trust me. Trust me, for real.
Yeah?
Never. I've never felt that way. I mean, I've never, for one, felt like I've done, because I feel like, I'm just starting, like, I'm still, like, in progress. I'm just starting. I mean, whatever I've done so far is just, like, nothing yet.
Are you sure you're just starting?
Trust me, I'm just starting.
Wow.
Okay, still talking about skyrocketing people back, bringing them back. Yes, you have 2 songs on the countdown, and I'm referring to the song you produced for Techno, Skeleton, and of course Suru. But you didn't produce Suru.
No.
But it said Phantom Day as well.
No, that was Blaze.
Oh.
Blaze beat.
Oh, okay. So
why did you say Phantom Day?
So why did you say Phantom Day as well?
He said Phantom Day as well on Skeleton, actually.
Not
Phantom Day as well.
Okay. So how does it feel? Yeah, we know Techno took a break, now came back, and Skeleton now became big. So that's like another.
And you're saying there's no technique.
So you don't feel that way too?
I mean,
Okay, I'll let that pass. So how is it like working with Techno, who is also an artist and a producer?
Techno is a genius.
It didn't stress you, Abby?
No, never. Like, Techno just cool. I mean, you can just play the kick, play the whatever. I say, guy, bring it like that. It's fine. Like, just bring it. Like, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't care about whatever you have. As far as it makes sense to him, it's good to go.
That's interesting, because I've heard a couple of people, producers say like, oh, because of the fact that Techno produces, so the moment you're producing for him is like, no, I'm hearing this sound here, I'm hearing this.
Yeah, sure. I mean, every
and some of them thought it
was
being difficult.
Sorry?
I said some of them felt he was being difficult. So I mean,
not me.
Yeah. And then maybe he also trusts you maybe more than someone else he has worked with before.
Possible.
It's not for you to answer. I'm just saying because they are smiling. But I'm curious, how was it? What was working with Burna like? So we've had the Techno one. I'm curious about Burna.
Each artist has his own vibe, his own kind of vibe.
Political answer.
Well,
how was it like?
With Techno, I think it was easier because being a producer, like we made the vibe together.
Yeah.
But Burna's own was different because I finished the beat before he came in to record.
Yeah.
But with Techno, we probably made the beat together, so.
So are there any artists you are looking forward to working with that you haven't worked with yet?
In Nigeria?
Yeah.
Or
in
outside?
Nigeria? Let's start with Nigeria first.
Let me check.
Have you already done?
Let's work with everybody. So
Brimo.
Brimo. Love that answer.
What kind of vibe would you give Brimo?
Afro, of course.
No, but like I mean in terms of like pace. So maybe would it be like a
tempo,
mid-tempo
mid-tempo one.
Would you want like a love vibe?
Yeah, love actually.
Looking forward to that.
Actually, I hope that would kind of bring Brimo back. Saying that is
sorry, who has been the most difficult artist that you've ever worked with?
Why
that really stressed you?
Let me guess. I think it's my artist, A-Boy.
He just wants to play safe.
Yeah, he wants to play safe so that you fight yourselves later.
Okay,
I like that
somebody
song.
that is not on your label. Yeah, because A-Boy, we know Aquila Records. Somebody that's not on your label.
You know that he puts
difficult.
Sister Millie.
Why did he stress you?
But Caesar is not contented with whatever you make for him. I mean, he wants to be like 100, in fact, 1,000%. Like, I would make something and I'll be like, yo, guy, there's one sound that's not correct. Go back. I'll go back again, make another one. Phantom is one sound. So it's like, it's more stressful than every other stuff.
As a producer, does that make you feel not trusted, or it just makes you?
No, it's just the process. I mean, it's just the process. Like, I'm done. I mean, as far as we have a goal that, to achieve, like, I'm done for anything.
All right. What about international artists? You didn't respond to that.
That you like to work with?
Drake.
Of course.
Drake. This guy.
Say this guy. He's your guy now. That our guy.
We should stick with Drake for now.
No, not Chris Brown. Drake.
Kanye West.
Roddy Ricch.
Chris Brown, you don't cast or what?
Nah, but no. English, actually. Whoa, bro. Like,
should we expect a Phantom album anytime soon?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I mean,
you just producing, not singing?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Should we expect a Phantom
EP actually
singing album?
No.
Or singing?
I don't sing.
No? All right. Thank you so much for coming. I mean, it's exciting to meet the face behind the brand. So yeah, thank you guys. All right, that's all we have on the first half of the show, but there's still more E-Splash goodness coming your way. We have the entertainment news recap, we have Chew It Off, and of course, the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown! I will be joined by another guest, all coming up shortly, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Wow, the things that happen
now
behind the
now
camera.
Gang, fool, gang.
Yeah.
Gang. Set on gang.
Gang.
Eat them.
Gang.
Set on.
Gang. It's all right.
All right. Welcome back to the second half of the show. And now it's time to chew it off, where one of us gets to rant about what's presently bugging him or her. I'm good. OJ is good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Well, I'm good in this life.
No, you're
What's
not.
your problem?
Okay, so my rant goes fast. I have a huge problem with people who, it's so funny because there's a lot of trekking going on right now, but I've always had the problem with people who plug in their ears when they're walking by the roadside. And obviously it's going to get worse because there are a lot of people walking. But generally, I just think it's very
risky.
It's very, very risky because sometimes the music is really loud, and if you, especially when you have both ears plugged in. Same thing, I've seen people driving do it, and I think it's just like, wow.
Oh, why? For driving?
Yes, why do you have your earphones?
The car is not working.
Why do you have your earphones plugged in?
Maybe it's not working.
No, because, so it's different when you have your speaker on, because you can control the volume, but when you have your ears plugged in, it's, so you're cancelling out more noise, and so you can't hear people horning or whatever. So, like yesterday, someone almost hit me. And like he was backing out and I was going, and I had to keep honking, dude, I did here, and he almost hit me, and I was like, are you?
And he had like earphones?
No, thankfully I didn't. That's what I'm saying. No, so that kind of thing. No, he didn't. But thankfully, that kind of thing. Like if he had them in, he wouldn't have been able to.
That is so true. I get
so
your
yeah,
point.
that's my thing.
I agree with you. So many people have also lost their lives. I mean, I witnessed one a while back at I think Ikeja along the railway there, and the thing, like, you know how loud the train horn is, and the guy, I don't know, it was just it was really sad. So I think that apart from the fact that you don't like it, I think we should just be careful, because if you love your life and
it can be a health hazard.
You know, just don't do it.
And then to add to that one, when you're now crossing the road, don't be bouncing. Some people use swag to cross the road.
Exactly.
Me, I will now be pressing my brake, everything. What's your problem?
I'm going to say, if it's coming now, so ram, you will run though. But you see, you will say, can't you see me? Can't you see me?
And it's true, and this is very true. This is especially important because in Lagos, well, I'll speak for Lagos because we live here. Zebra crossing isn't something that you find people following a lot. So
somebody says bottom.
Yeah, and even pedestrian bridges, people don't use them all the time. So if you know that you want to disobey and not use pedestrian and you want to use the main road, then better make it fast because cars are going at.
You're actually never supposed to disobey. Anybody
I'm going to the other side. I'll show you how some people cross. Go.
Swag.
Okay, let's go.
Stars don't run.
Oh my God!
They want to like this again.
Where are you crossing to?
Stars don't run.
I'm doing big there. You have spell leg at home. That's what I'll just think.
All right, guys. So in case you missed it earlier, here's what we talked about in today's news.
Yeah.
Yes, we kicked off with this one. Princess Love confirms that her and Ray J are over.
Yeah, and we told you that Robert Pattison becomes the world's most beautiful man, according to science.
Yeah. And of course, we talked about this one. Lil Wayne claims is 53% Nigerian.
What a wow.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break now. And when we come back, we have a special guest in the building. Stick around.
My crush right there, world. Oh my goodness.
So many of them.
Before I lose focus. No, I have one already in the studio, but we'll keep it moving. All right, guys. Our guest might be easy for you to figure out because we talk about him so often and his silent money-making moves. Low-key, I think he's one of the richest. But he came up in so many conversations last year for his Empower Africa platform, through which he has created a platform for so many artists out there, with the likes of Joe Boy, who went on to become a constant feature on our countdown. I'm sure you must already know who we're talking about right now. The pioneer of Banku music right there, Mr. Easy.
You guys did not say I'm world's sexiest man.
No.
I was expecting...
You do not have that nose to mouth
ratio.
to chin ratio.
Yo, guys, if you're watching, you know, just tell them. See, this nose is like, it's perfect, man. What's going on?
You're such a mess online as well.
Yeah, the world's most beautiful man, or is it Nigeria's most beautiful man?
No, the world, because
world. I
like
love
you
that.
see this kind of guy, you see the way I'm licking my lips.
Wow. But you don't need that validation now. You have so much going on.
No, I know I'm the sexiest man in the world.
This is your Alter Shokoto, though.
I love your outfit.
Love
like
it.
I am so here for
Yo,
it.
thanks. Shout out to
You're
Kenneth.
Alter, but you know me, I'm just joining. So I don't think that no one has really shared it.
Alter
No,
to Max.
I feel like, you know, these clothes, they make you feel, you know, very comfortable.
That's
And they make
true.
you feel like you're in space.
And
You
even
know,
the
so-
glasses too. You look like
Yeah.
you come from the galaxy.
Yeah, so I feel people, you know, back in, you know, a couple years ago, like, I just wanted to always wear skinny stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think I went and performed somewhere, like in a pajamas. And I felt so comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just start doing this. So I think sometime late last year, I just started wearing big things. And
Speaking of last year,
calm.
so first of all, you haven't been here since we got the new set.
True.
Yeah.
So did you like it?
I love it. Like,
Alright.
it's just, I just want to chill.
Is it comfy?
The next thing, you should just put TV,
It's already
then bring
there.
some dodo and
You're on the
egg.
TV right now.
No, like, we should just start watching, you know.
But speaking of last year, how was last year for you? So, I mean, I follow you on social media, so I know you were doing a lot of traveling. And of course, the Empire thing, Joe Boy and all that. So if you had to use a word to qualify last year for you,
Jeez.
What
Yeah, that's the word. Jeez. Like, because it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, and I didn't even realize. It's like, oh, that was last year. Like, from, you know, starting the year with touring, starting with Coachella, and then doing the North American tour. And then I did Europe 2 times. I toured Europe 2 times. It was the second time. I'm like, wait, we've already done this once already. And everything with Empower and making, you know, thankful to God and the team for the success. 100 artists in, I think it's like 11 African countries. Like, that's crazy. It was all a dream. So it's like, geez, and ending with Dirty Rave.
How was it?
To be honest, the first one was scary, the first day, because it wasn't even because of like the people there. It was because in my head I see, hey, oh my village people, they watch you.
They want to see if I go mess.
Yeah, they would say, Mr. Easy. So I'm not gonna lie, I was tense, but everybody was around. I had family, loved ones, the team, everybody was like, yo, Easy, you can do this. And the second one, I was just like, let's just go have fun. The second one was just fun. In my head, I was like in my room, just.
I want to talk a bit about Empower, because I remember the last time you were on the set, I think you had just started, or you were talking about how it was going to start. And now in this short period, you're saying you have 100 artists in 11 countries. I think that's massive. But what is the structure behind? Can you tell us a bit about the structure behind it?
So the structure is just basically, you know, me just realizing that, you know, if you look at the past 2 to 3 years, you see a lot of foreign companies have been investing in African music with ridiculous amounts of money. And then the thing is that we have to learn from like reggae music or black music in America, and then really realize that whoever owns the structure owns the culture.
Right.
And in the end of the day, it will be sad if in a couple years' time, people are selling back our culture to us. And this is the decade of culture. Culture is going to be the biggest export out of Africa, from movies to art to music. And so I said, you know what, why don't we merge technology style with music investment? And so Empower is the first and only African music incubator program, which means we fund a couple artists, and then we take them through the funnel, and then we invest in like the top 2. But in the end, everybody, all 100 of them, get a video funded, and we don't own their masters. In the end, they own their masters. And in the process, we're building the ecosystem. Like the Empower YouTube channel is the only music channel in Africa online on YouTube that has music from over 11 countries. That alone is like structured.
That's
and we
massive.
just do everything. We provide financing, management.
I feel like we should clap for you.
Fantastic stuff, fantastic stuff. So obviously there's going to be a lot more to talk about when we come back, and we're going to be playing a game. So brace up. Yeah, but you're always up for a good time. So don't worry. All right, guys, we'll go on this quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to talk more with Mr. Easy in the building. Welcome back, people. Yes, it is still Entertainment Splash, and we're still here with Mr. Easy. Yes, and we've been talking so much. And of course, earlier we were talking about the whole Empower thing. And so we had, I think it was Chidike we had last week Thursday, and we're talking about record label and artist drama and how
percentage.
record labels rip them off and all that, and percentage. So I'm curious about how it works with Empower Africa. Do we have to worry about someone coming up tomorrow and saying he ripped me off?
So with Empower, there's different structures. If you're doing just distribution with Empower, we take 20% and you get 80% for distribution. And the only reason we take 20% is we provide like pitching services. So we liaise with like the Boomplay, Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify to make sure you get playlists and support with the works, everybody. And we also have PR. So Empower has PR in the UK, in the US, doing your PR. So every time you release a song, you're going to get it on all the big publications. So that's for 20%. I think that's fair. 80% to the artist, 20% to us. Now, there's a different model where we invest. So for the part where we invest, when we finance, if your entry level, the deal is one based on the negotiation, like how much are we putting in? And we just look at it like equity. So if you wanted to start a business, let's say you wanted to start a TV station, and you went to a bank, and the bank will say, okay, you know what, you don't have collateral. Instead of asking you to go and bring your mother's land or your father's land, we'll say, okay, we believe in your IP. I will take your IP as collateral, but we don't own it. We lease it for X period of time. And there's nobody on, I think the standard term is 5 to 7 years. And you know, the beautiful thing about IP with music, with your IP, is that the worst thing that can happen to an artist, God forbid, is that they pass on. And you know, when you pass on, the value of your IP even increases. Like, you make more money the first week you die from your music than the whole time you stayed. So that's the model we're trying to do. And the deal never stays the same. Like Joe Boy's deal keeps on changing. So the more you grow, the more money you make, it switches. And remember, you always own your masters. So we keep switching the deal. It's like why a bank for artists, and we also provide services. So that's why it's Empower Label Services.
Mr. Easy is too much of a businessman. So before we let you go, I have a problem with you.
Okay.
You started this old Dirty December, Dirty Rave,
2016.
And now it's like a phrase that everybody uses in Nigeria. And you, the pioneer, you just decided to just abandon we Nigerians and go to Ghana, get a land, build your own venue, and you're doing the show there. What's the problem?
Okay, so first up, let me say, this year, God willing, this year, we're going to have the same Dirty Rave in Nigeria. And we're also going to have...
You said it here.
We're going to have our own Empower Hub. So in Ghana, what we have right now in Ghana, and the reason it was Ghana, because we all know that, you know, property is cheaper. To acquire property, like our property is just 10, 15 minutes from the airport. To get like 10, 15 minutes from the airport in Ikeja or somewhere in Lekki, guy, you know, we're just an upcoming artist, you know. Nobody go give us money, but on a more serious note, we had to, you know, it's very good to start small. So we started the hub in Ghana. So right now, we have a venue in Ghana that can take 15,000 capacity. And then that's where we launched the Dirty Rave, and then people are renting it. So from March, you could rent it and go do your concert.
We'll
do the same thing here.
So before we let you go, we have a game.
We have to
go away. We cannot
I want to say
all
something
day.
before the game.
Okay. So
I
just
hope
say
I'm
one
able to
thing.
convince and not to confuse you that this uncle right here is one of the richest. He's
not
the richest Nigerian actor.
So
I said it.
Before we let you go, because of time, because we still have to do the countdown, of course, and we're going to play a quick game with you. Yeah. And it's been trending online. It's called Put a Finger Down. So it's similar to Never Have I Ever, but so you put a finger down every time you hear something that you've done before.
Like this?
No, raise the 10. Raise the 10.
Raise 10.
Okay.
And then you put one down if it applies to you. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Put a finger down if you have ever stolen.
Wow.
I mean, if you steal from your mom's spot, that counts, yeah?
Put a finger down if you have ever cheated.
What do you mean?
On someone or on an exam?
Maybe in the past.
Exam, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Okay. Put a finger down if you have ever been arrested.
Arrested.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I
that's
don't think
enough.
so.
All right.
Yeah.
Put a finger down if you have ever broken someone's heart.
Oh.
Don't say it's
Be truthful.
My heart too was broken, so it was we broke our
So
hearts.
it's tit for tat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put a finger down if you have ever gone a day without bathing. You gotta put your finger down.
Yes.
Put a finger down if you've ever gone a day without brushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
A whole day.
Buff. Put a finger down if you are still talking to any of your exes.
No.
You might want to think about that.
Wow. We don't want no trouble. Put a finger down if you're still in love with any of your exes.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Put a finger down if you have ever kissed more than 5 people in your life.
Life.
An actor.
But he's being
This is the
truthful.
final one. Amanda, do the honors.
All right.
That
Put,
body counts
easy
one. That
on
body
me.
counts one.
all right. Put a finger down. If what's the question now?
Your body counts.
If your body
is
counts.
more than 5.
Life is not easy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So much. Thank you.
When are we doing the wedding?
The wedding.
Yeah.
You know, only God knows.
What is that?
This year, next year, tell me your
God.
$10.
But I mean, let's put out a lot of music this year and then we can see.
Where is it?
Now
I
we can
wanted
see.
to give you credit for like how you answer every question
we can
every
see.
time we've ever spoken.
If you listen to my new song Balanga, you could see I'm saying some truth in there, but you guys, you not listen.
Okay, we'll listen now. We'll listen now. We'll listen now.
There's some secret in there that tells you my state of mind, right?
We'll
Thank you
listen now.
for coming through. And of course, I know you're leaving town tomorrow, so we're really glad that we can have you here on such short notice. All right, guys. Well, for now, we'll leave you with Mr. Izzy's Balanga, and of course, we'll be back to launch the countdown officially. So stay with us.
Thank you very much. Yes, too much excitement in the building. Right about now, it's time for a countdown of the song buzzing all over the city and, of course, the country at large. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the E-Splash Top 10 Countdown! Yes, number 10 on our list this week is dropping 1 spot and, of course, is credited to the Starboy himself, Wizkid, a song everybody loves, a song I love, a song Amanda loves, Arike loves, Foladele loves. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Wizkid. This one is titled Joro.
Arike is in the video.
Joro.
Oh, no, she's not.
Wow. Wow.
Joro, 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 Joro,
Yeah.
Joro.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, guys. All right, so that was our number 10 song, Wizkid Joro. And of course, now it's time to talk about our number 9 song. And it is the birthday boy making a grand entrance and a brand new entry into our countdown this week. Yes, Fireboy DML is at the number 9 spot this week with his song, I Need You. Need you, rather.
Wow. You need somebody.
You know why? Because I need you more, that's why. Anyway, Need You, and of course, the lines on this song, jokes for the Agbalumo line and everything. Very, very catchy. Anyway, with 1.3 million views on YouTube in just 3 weeks. Need You by Fireboy DML. Let's go.
You're the only one that can be there for me.
Oh, Arike is in her feelings.
Very cheesy.
I have an advice for you guys that in love, you know, if you need some lyrics, you can just go.
But
check out that.
But there's no way I would use
like mango.
There's no way I would use Eko meat moi moi.
No, that's how people eat it. That's how
Yoruba people eat it. That's it.
So some people, in our house, we grew up eating Eko and beans or Eko and Efo. But some people do Eko and moi moi.
That's even the standard, actually.
Eko and, vegetables.
Because Eko is like pop. that is like this thing. So it's like pap and moi moi.
It's called and vegetable.
Yes, lit.
I'm surprised.
Come to my house, I'll make it lit.
What?
No, my mama stays with Gary.
Done.
My mama stays with Gary or Ogi. Thank you very much.
Moving away from strange food combinations, the ones I told you need the leaks, go to Need You. All right, the number 8 spot this week is credited to Techno with Skeleton. And of course, we had Phantom here earlier who produced it. Yeah. Obviously, still a jam. Moving down 1 spot on the countdown. Let's check it out. Techno with Skeleton.
You don't tell when we did.
You don't tell when we.
1960.
Yeah.
Since 1960, like,
it's a vibe.
is it an independent?
They've been
since 1960, we now got into the vibe of Skeleton. Think about it. Think about it.
Wow.
I'm done.
Your mates are doing structured business.
Yeah, do you understand?
Music business. You're trying us to think about it.
Think about it.
No, please not to think about something like a power, not skeleton.
And you're dancing to it, sadly.
No,
you see? You see?
All right, guys, welcome back. It is still the top 10 countdown. I just checked out our number 8 song. That was Techno right there with Skeleton. Number 7 is Rema with Lady. Everyone says I'm in the video, but I'm not the girl in the video. All I know is this song is a jam. It has 2.2 million views already in just 2 months. What else are we waiting for? Let's check it out already, okay? Rema, Lady.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Rema with Lady.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about.
Sorry.
What song are you
No,
singing?
we're just singing Lady.
I don't know what Amanda is singing because that song was playing. I was hearing another thing, and she said she's singing the song. Amanda, no.
Same.
I don't think it's a song. Yes, let's listen to more songs right here on the countdown. Yes, retaining the same spot like last week. At the number 6 spot this week is Tenny from the Billionaire EP. And of course, this song is titled Billionaire. And of course, shout out to TG Omori for recreating that show that we used to love into this particular video. Number 6, ladies and gentlemen, Tenny, Billionaire, directed by TG Omori.
Anybody.
Bing, 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 bing.
What does that mean?
The beats.
No, Iya, Laya.
Anybody.
What does that mean?
The wife, Aya. Anybody, yeah.
What?
Oh, because I just
Mother
know
of
anybody.
wife of somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
it fits in well.
I feel like we should just
That the mother of
move
wife
on.
of somebody can become a millionaire.
Yeah is mother. Laya is wife.
That
so
person
the
can
mother
become a
of
billionaire.
wife of somebody.
Can become a
Billionaire.
billionaire.
Yeah, not yala ya. See, let's move on before we turn this to your back class. Anyway, guys, we're welcome. I say we're welcome back. Welcome back. The countdown continues, guys. At number 5 this week is Starboy featuring Black Jersey and Wizkid with Blow. And I feel like Black Jersey and Wizkid are really vibing lately because they have another song, Arizona, and they shot the video for that in Dubai. Anyway, we're talking about our number 5 song right now, which is, Blow, Starboy featuring Black Jersey and Wizkid. Let's check it out.
Oh, wow. If only you knew the things that happen behind the scenes, but maybe one day we'll tell you. But for now, we're still on the East Flash Top 10 countdown. I just checked out our number 5 spot this week. It is now time for us to move quickly to our number 4 spot this week. Credited to Kiss Daniel.
Oh, shit.
I'm only pronouncing his name.
Right, Amanda, you are. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Amanda is turning red.
Briefly.
Wow. Anyways, guys, this song is called Jahu and it has 1.2 million views in 3 weeks. And Kiss Daniel said something that I want you to live with. He said, sometimes the solution to your own problems is when you help someone else. So think about it as you check out Jahu.
You just felt to join a little. It's nothing to win.
It's okay. It's okay.
Drop it.
It's okay.
Drop it like it's hot.
All right, that was number 4. Kiss Daniel, Your Excellency.
What was that quote?
With Jao?
No, that's motivation really worked.
What's
Kotsi Kiss Daniel and Amanda Dara. Mandy. What are we calling today? Mandy.
Mandy Daniel.
Nice one.
Yeah, I'm still on the countdown. Number 3 is Davido with Risky. And you know how we've been saying so in 3 weeks, in 2 weeks? In just 3 months, 16 million views. Guys! Davido with Risky. Sorry, Davido Risky, number 3. We cannot.
Get money, biggie money. So what's fun? Who be this kid? Call me whiskey. Get tipsy.
This is not working, ladies and gentlemen.
What is it?
It's harmony.
Yes.
No, I wasn't harmonizing right there. That's
okay. She was giving Don Jazzy vibes.
Why are you being a hater though?
People cannot blow shower.
Wow.
Shout out to Davido.
How is your career going? The one where you blew?
Let's just move on. I'm not coming back. So shout out to Davido, who corrected an American publication who called him an American singer. That Davido was spotted in Dubai because he went for his brother's wedding. He was spotted with Chelsea footballers, and they said American singer Davido spotted with Chelsea footballer.
No, don't found
And he just corrected it. Me, American singer. I'm Nigerian. Swear words. Yeah. Davido.
But I like that. I really like that.
American citizenship though.
Yeah.
He should denounce it.
No, you people should stop. It's the way that some people say British.
He should have said I'm an American. I'm a Nigerian American.
Nigerian.
But he's taking the benefits of the.
But he likes being. He wants to be Nigerian because he was born in America, but he grew up. A lot of his.
Let's switch. I'm an American singer, ladies and gentlemen.
This one, you are just fancy. They not still do publication for you. Tell you're a Spanish guy.
Hey, people should leave Kingo.
If we do Spanish publication, we'll be able to understand Spanish. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Our number 2 this week was actually number 3 last week, so he's jumping 1 spot. And of course, it's corrected to Techno. And shout out to Phantom, who actually corrected me. That is Blaze Beats, because I actually thought it was Phantom that produced it. But produced by Blaze Beats. Number 2, Techno, Suru. Let's go.
Damn! Sorry, I lost control. I'm sorry.
I do not know who still dances Etige in 2020.
Arika Dimples.
Okay, nice one.
Thank you.
Nice
You know how Oji was saying?
As long as he enters the beat now, that's the way I see it, Sha.
You know how Oji was saying if there were to be a Spanish publication, would you understand it? So we had a Spanish guy come to the studio the other day, and
it's Roast OJ Day, by the way.
The guy was trying to talk to OJ, and he was lost. After Como Estas, he was lost. Anyway, guys, we are back. Yes, our number 2 song, of course, was Techno with Suru, slamming song right there. What? And right now, we have to let you know what song we have at number 1 before we get out of here, okay? At number 1,
gang, gang.
For the 3rd week in a row,
gang, gang.
It's the birthday boy.
Yeah.
Gang.
Fireboy DML with Scatter.
Yes. All right, guys. Now, before we go, remember that you can always send us your selfie requests at TVC Connect, of course, with the hashtag eSplash on TVC. Let them know. Upload your song request, tag us, and you just might get your song played this Friday. Now, we leave you with a number 1 song for the 3rd week in a row by the birthday boy. And we're giving you this as a birthday present, of course, courtesy eSplash. Fireboy DML with Scatter. We're out of here. Hey.